All right, leaders. Today is actually Monday, July 8th. We postponed our leader call from our normal Thursday, which was the holiday, to today. And I didn't want to let it just go for the week because Wednesday ends convention recognition, and I just was just like a couple of things I wanted to go over with you guys. The Chloe and Isabel closure. There was just a couple of things that I thought we should talk about before the week runs out. First of all, just to backtrack to week 1 of July, amazing job. I mean, did you guys see that? Those numbers were huge for the first week of the month, and a big part of it was the people that still had to qualify, right, from the free kits, because most people did it in June, but then there were like a good, I want to say between like 5 and 10 that still had to do it then. So that provided a lot of volume for that first week of July. And when we added it to the Sparkle Box and then the volume that everyone was doing normally, it ended up being an amazing week. So I hope you all enjoy your paycheck today. And how annoying that we had this like great week and then we got no pay stubs on Friday because of the holiday. It was like, oh my God, come on. So hopefully they're getting it together, because as of an hour ago, I still couldn't get into any reports for week 1. Besides the dashboard, of course. So anyway, great job on that. Apparently the company had a 5% increase for the first week of July versus last July, and our organization had like a 900% increase. So Scott sent a message saying, congratulations, we had a much larger increase than the company as a whole. So I was very proud of that. Just to give you, I think I shared a couple of stats, but let me pull up what I had typed up. Okay. So I'm really glad that we spent as much time as we did, like following up with who those new people were and when they started and what their dates were and all of this, because in the end, we ended up with 34 qualified. This was by the time we made it to that final deadline of July 3rd. So it was 34 qualified, 9 that got some of the way there, and then 29 that never started. We were at 37 before the first week of July, so we knocked that all the way down to 29. And I will say this, the majority of the 29 that never did anything were people that signed themselves up from the company email, and there's not even like a lot we can do about that, right? When somebody just re-signs up, they don't live near you, you can't do their launch. I feel like, what can we do, right? They signed themselves up, they didn't do the job, and that's that. So a lot of it was that. So I really want to commend you again on reaching out and getting as many people as we did to take advantage of the free kits and taking the time to do those launches and follow up and making sure they hit it, because also with this, we were way above average as far as how many of them qualified. So I am super proud of our performance on that. I did some math on that Friday morning. You're not even going to believe this, but last year, the first week of July, our team sales were 4,000. I seriously almost threw up when I saw that. I was like, what in the hell is that? And I remember it being like terrible. Now, it wasn't a reflection of all the other weeks we had around that time, but clearly we closed up everything in June, and then I think July 4th felt like the dates were different, but in any event, 4,000 for an organization is beyond atrocious. And this year we did 34,000 the same week. So we had a $30,000 increase. 29,000 of the 34 was net, which is absolutely outrageous. That includes sparkle boxes, which are non-commissionable for like personal, but net in terms of bonuses. So that counted for all of your bonuses, and of course mine as well. 17,000 of the 34 that we did is from the new people, meaning people in June that also had business the first week of July, or the people that launched in July. So exactly half of that volume was the new people. Now, I think that's number one, that is fantastic that we had 17,000 in volume from new people, but it also was a $13,000 increase over the year before without the new people. So really, really good all around. We have 2 area leaders that probably can now start looking at division because of how many people came on board. We have a division that's ready to promote an area. This is Jennifer's team. She can promote an area. Jessica Christian probably can promote to area. She might be able to squeak it out before convention, but if not, certainly right after. Jessica was a fashion director 3 weeks ago, and she's going to be an area within the next couple of weeks. So that's really, really awesome. Any thoughts or questions on any of that great stuff? Does anyone want to add anything there? All right, I just want to make sure that you knew all of that great, awesome news. Okay, so here's the thing. Now, the reports, you know how we normally look at the weekly recruiting report, and that's where it shows us someone's 5th week? It's still on that report, shows the 5th week qualification, even of the free kit people. And the reason for that is because they still can count for everything for you in the normal 5-week range. So you know how to promote to area, you have to have however many, you have to have 4 active team members that have qualified. If they still qualify, even though they didn't do it in the 30 days, but they qualify in the 5 weeks like usual, that person still counts. So for you to have, a check mark for you, even for your convention recognition, if you have 2 recruits at convention, you get to go on stage for the big prize. If they didn't do it in the 30 days, but they still do it in the 5 weeks, or, by this coming Wednesday, they still count. So I just wanted to let you know that if you have people that didn't launch yet or are only part of the way, like, don't throw in the towel on that. Still go ahead and get them qualified. Yes, they paid their $229 this past weekend, but I'm quite sure they would still like to recover that money, right? So, if you're working with people that still didn't do anything or got some of the way there but didn't qualify, I would really recommend reaching out to them, letting them know, hey, we can still get you qualified by X time. And so that they'll do it in the time that you need, I would throw an incentive their way of some sort. A thank you piece, a piece of new jewelry from the new collection next week, and an impressions bracelet. Something that will incentivize them to do it in the right amount of time. And of course, to recap the $229 that they just now paid, like every other recruit, right? So did you guys know that you can still count them with the 5 weeks thing? Okay, good. Then I'm glad we went over this. So does anyone have a question or a thought or a suggestion on that? All right. So then moving on to this week, ends convention recognition. Wednesday is it. So the tracker that you've been coloring in is over in 3 days. So whatever remaining flash sale, social sale, extra, personal appointments, anything you need to squeeze in, and anything your people need to squeeze in order to complete whatever level that they or you are going for. This is it, our final 3 days. So I did upload some good images of all the things that were on sale. I didn't make them, I got them from someone else. Did I put them in Shine On, or did I put them in the social media? In the, which group did I put them? Let me look at the albums for a second. Because I know I updated, I put a whole bunch of really, really good photos. I might have put it in the social sale group. But there are definitely great images that you can use for running a sale. What I did today was, first I pulled out all the items that I still have that are on sale. And I'm going to do a Facebook Live tonight featuring all of those items. So the chai earrings that were originally $44 are now marked down to $28, and then I'm going to feature them for $20. I'm still going to discount them further. So I'm going to do a sale of a Facebook Live in my VIP group tonight with, and I don't actually have that many left. I definitely guessed well, or stuff like a lot of the stuff that was being discontinued, I've already somehow phased out. But I did have some of them, so I'm going to feature these on the live tonight. But then, because I didn't have that many that are actually on sale, I also pulled out everything that is discontinued but not on sale, and I'm putting that on special tonight also. So this is my list of what it costs now, what I'm going to do it for. I did like half plus like $3 for most of them, but anything that's high end, I did for $40 or $45. So where it'll really be a bonus item, I made those $40 or $45 to make up for the 2 part of the order. And I'm not selling these because I'm saving my sample sale for next week. This is still going to be an order. So I'm ordering new, delivered to me, ship it out. That's what I'm going to do tonight. And then we're following it up with the same pieces I'm featuring in the live, but done in 15-minute increment posts, like a normal old-fashioned flash sale in my group tomorrow. That way, if they miss the live or they like to look at the posts and do it that way, so that then I can place that order Wednesday. That'll be my final batch of sales for this week. And then next week, I'll do my sample sale. And then, I do also have a show Friday and whatever. But, and then that'll be, the last minute thing for before convention. Anyone else have any thoughts as far as what you're doing for these last, because we want to really, we still want sales for these next 3 days. So what are you guys doing or encouraging your team to do, or both, to get some extra sales in for this week?
Well, I did a social sale this weekend, so I'm wrapping that up today, hopefully, and submitting it tomorrow.
Great.
I have a show Wednesday night. I don't know if it'll get in time, but I'm going to try.
Okay, good. How'd the social sale go?
It's pretty good. It's about 800 non right now.
That's really good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you said you have a show for Wednesday?
I have a show Wednesday night,
Excellent. I'm doing a launch Wednesday night. We have a Sip and Style here on Wednesday. And I will say that the doing the quarter auction a couple weeks ago, or it was really only not even 2 weeks ago at this point, really made a big impact on filling this Sip and Style. We didn't overly emphasize that the new catalog was coming because we did want people to book July 10th. And so people that couldn't take July 10th booked July 31st if they wanted a Sip and Style, which is our post-convention, new catalog reveal one. And then other people, of course, booked home parties at their convenience. But doing that before convention was definitely good timing-wise, because I don't think we've ever had a Sip and Style this big right before convention. So that's cool. Hi, Joy. So yeah, I'm launching somebody at it on Wednesday, and then I have a normal party on Friday. And she actually said she might want to join, so that was exciting. Anyone else want to throw anything in about how we can get some sales for these next couple of days, or what you're doing? I would imagine that we're all probably doing the same things. But if this was new information to you as far as still qualifying somebody with the 5 weeks, or some of the ideas we already shared about getting those sales in for these next couple of days, then I'm glad we did this, and go for it. People do love these end of season things. Like I said, the sale I'm doing tonight is based on what's being discontinued, but I'm ordering new. Next week is going to be the sample sale, where I am telling them this is the one that's been in the kit. People have tried it on. That's why it's so low in price. And then what I usually do with that is just hold that money and use it to place an order the day that the new stuff comes out. So hopefully that helps you. And I think a lot of you guys do that as well. The other thing I was thinking is, do we want to, because I have a show tomorrow night, I have not done a welcome call in a couple of weeks. I did all those welcome calls for when we had the free kit people, and I haven't done one since. That I could either do one tonight or I could do one Thursday. If we feel we need it. I'm not sure we still are needing one yet. We've had we haven't had as many people coming on, so maybe I'll just do one next week before convention. I think that's probably good. Chloe and Isabel, they closed. Great job to all of you, or they're closing, I should say. Great job to all of you that sent me names. Every single name that you sent me, I sent on to Lori Mitchell. She's working on them. And then, so 2 of you tried reaching out on your own, and it's so funny because that can go either way. Either sometimes the people are super excited to hear from you, and sometimes they think you're the worst person on earth. And it's so funny because, at least that I know of, 2 of you tried. One of you got the nasty, don't be a vulture, and I think that's just means it's not the right person, because honest to God, and some of you came from, like Joy, you came from Leah Sophia, right? So if Pampered Chef had closed with the type of notice that Chloe gave, that Leah gave, I would have needed a solution immediately, and would definitely not have called anybody a vulture who came after me, because I would have needed, I shouldn't even say came after me, who came to me with a solution of, especially the way that we can offer people to restructure your team and bring you in at your level. I mean, honestly, it doesn't get any safer than coming here, in my opinion. But poor Jennifer Eworth, the nicest person on earth, got like laced into by this girl. And I sent her back like a script of what to say. Like, of course, I'm not being a vulture, but pretty much what I just said. But the girl had already blocked her by the time she could have cut and pasted it back. So good luck to you, lady, because I'm super sorry that happened. But how are you finding another job? Like, they're all scrambling right now. If you don't act fast, people are going to join here, and you're going to be, where are you going to be? So I feel like that's super unfortunate that she was so mean to Jennifer. And I felt so bad for her. However, Jamie Sloan reached out to somebody and got the total opposite. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I would love to hear more. Jamie sent it to me and she said, hey, do you want to take it from here? Which I did. So I interviewed her on Friday, and that's the girl, Sarah, that we introduced over the weekend. So now we have a team member on our team in Minneapolis, St. Paul area, which is super exciting because I feel like that's an area that has come up a couple of times. And Mary Grace has Sheely Burkett and Jenny Lee live there, but we don't have anybody from our end of the organization there. So now we do. The girl was super fun and friendly on the phone. She ordered her kit as fast as we hung up on the phone. Like, she was all over it. She picked great items. Jamie helped her with some top sellers. So we have one, which is great, because I feel like once one of them comes, then others tend to follow. Whether they join with that person or not, they at least see it as like a safe option and a good option. So hopefully we can help some more of these Chloe people, because apparently this came pretty out of the blue for most of them. Sarah's display stuff was all, like, she's posted a few pictures already of like, hey, I'm doing a clearance, blah, blah, blah. I'm starting a new venture. She's already out there with it. And her display looked really pretty. She had all nice beige, linen display pieces. And so our stuff will look better, and she's super excited. And I think she's coming to convention, so we'll see. We're so close, you guys. It's driving me crazy because Ashley registered her daughter. That brought us to 42. Also, so that you know, Chloe and Isabel leaders are being offered free registration and room. So if you find yourself, talking to someone on your own, please know that that is something that you can put out there. Okay. So hopefully with her, with Sarah, if Sarah's hopefully comes, then we'll be able to, add a couple of more. We're like really inching in on the 50 at this point. And I hope we can make it. And if not, I hope that at least the extras that we're adding can help chip away to the remaining number we needed for Mary Grace's number, so that one way or another we're getting that bracelet. Is there anyone want to add anything on this, whether it's somebody that that can still come, or somebody that's not registered, or anything like that? Anything regarding convention? So with the change in the schedule at convention, it also kind of brings a change as far as, how normally I do like the leader cocktail party, the big cocktail party, it's different now. So you saw me post already about doing some sort of breakfast on Saturday morning. That looks pretty good. It looks like a lot of people can come. I'll do, of course, the Saturday night cocktail party will be Friday night cocktail party. But what are your thoughts? Are you guys going to be there by Wednesday, everybody, or is everyone coming Thursday? Thursday? Because the one thing I'm going to, because it's, of course, there's only 9 of us on right now, but I would like to get to Giordano's.
Michelle, G and I will be there.
You'll be there Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be there Wednesday, and I'm rooming with Jessica Christian, and she will also be there Wednesday.
Okay.
Lourdes and I will be there Wednesday.
Great. Okay. Okay, so I know this is what's going to happen. There's going to be like a good half will be there Wednesday, and then everybody else coming in Thursday. I definitely want to do something at Giordano's, whether we do it on Wednesday night for dinner and get there, or we can also maybe do something Thursday at lunchtime, because our leader thing doesn't start until later in the day, right? It starts at like 3.
Or it could just, it could start there.
You have executive leader though from 1 to 2.
Okay, so I have stuff starting at 1.
And then the other one is 3 to 5:30.
Oh. So then Giordano's is definitely going to have to be Wednesday night with whoever's there.
Michelle, Tara and I will be there Wednesday at 6, so you can let us know where you are, and we can probably catch up with you.
Yes. Okay. Good. 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 Yeah.
What time are you thinking on Wednesday? Because my flight doesn't get in until I think 7:15.
All right. So I would say, I mean, we could certainly do it on the later side, so that even if at least you catch up and meet us there, you know what I mean? Because the airport's real close. to the hotel, and Giordano's is walking distance from the hotel, as I remember.
Is it? I thought
It's
it was a little ways away.
Mm-mm.
I walked one time.
Yeah, I walked before too. It's
I mean-
about, I'll say about 4 or 5 blocks, which is walkable. We walked.
Okay, so the handicap lady might have to take an Uber.
That's fine. You should take an Uber.
You
And
got
of
one
course,
right here
anybody
with
can
you.
take an Uber that feels like it. I do, and who knows what the weather will be and stuff. It would be a cheap Uber for sure, or a nice walk. But I think it's going to have to be Wednesday night based on the limited time we have Thursday. Okay. So I'll put that out there, and I'm sure we're going to have to make a reservation. So I'm going to see if I can just get a ballpark number, and then I'll make a reservation at Giordano's for Wednesday night for anybody who's able to come. And then Thursday, hopefully we can just meet up somewhere for like an informal lunch, even if it's at the hotel or something like that, and just kind of all hang out for lunch before. So there's a meet and greet for senior divisions and above at 1:00. I'm guessing that's what that is. Okay. So that's from 1 until 2. And then the leader meeting doesn't start until 3. There's an hour in between.
Yes, it says 3 to 5:30. And then Scott's doing something with Fashion and Branch at 6 to 7:30. It's a tight schedule that day.
It's a really tight, they're trying to fit in as much as possible. But that means that while the fashion directors and the branches are with Scott, we don't have anything.
Right.
So that means that also then we could hit the bar or something and to get a little snack before the sparkle party. Because God forbid we miss a meal. We can't have that. We can't have that.
Can't be hangry.
I'm with you.
Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of posts regarding this stuff today, get some number ideas, and make a reservation as needed. And we'll take it from there. Any other thoughts? Questions? Anything?
Yeah, Michelle, I have a question. One of my new people was a restart, and she never signed up for direct deposit. Is it a direct deposit form online?
Yes. It's
Okay.
You do have to like fax it or take the picture and
Email
send it over
Yeah.
and email it. But yes, in the download section, there's a direct deposit form that you
Okay. Thought so, but I thought I could ask to keep from looking. Thank
Yes.
you.
No problem.
Phyllis, I love your head wrap.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, look at you. You look pretty.
Thank you.
Glad
you
to see you're
going?
not floating
I
away.
was looking like, who's that lady?
I just came from a funeral. I'm on my way home.
You look beautiful, girl.
Well, thank you. This is my African princess outfit.
You're a queen, not a princess.
That's right. African queen.
That's right. African queen, too old to be a princess.
Well, I do have a raffle to do for you today because we did do over 20,000 for the 3rd week in a row. So I do have a raffle for all of you guys that were that had sales in for the July week 1. So
Hey, Michelle, while you're getting that ready, can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
If we've sent names to you, do we hear back from home office if they have decided to go with Park Lane, or how will that work?
Yes, the way that it works is if nothing happens, we never hear anything. If they're going to interview via Zoom, then I would be the next person to know because usually they have me do the Zoom with Lori.
Okay.
If they're going to be brought into Chicago because they're super big time, I may or may not know anything about it. But if anything happens, I'm the next one to know, and then I usually get to tell you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Quick question: when it comes to sending in the names,
Yeah.
can I just send in the name and a phone number? I mean, I don't know them, so
I
how
don't
does that
think
work?
anyone really knows anybody that we've recommended so far. So
Oh, okay, good.
name, phone number, and whatever you can glean. So if you know they're a leader, if you know where they live, if you know they just recently earned a trip, because sometimes you can snoop a little on maybe Facebook or Google and stuff and find something.
Okay.
So whatever you know, in email form.
So you
is
don't
the
have
way
to
go.
actually even talk to the people.
No, you definitely. It's actually better if you don't.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
That way you don't have to suffer the way that Jennifer suffered.
Jen should have called me. I already dealt with that.
I know. It's
That's
the
awful.
worst. I had this Leah Sophia person lace into me at that time. But then I also had Brenda Pelletier who was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I would love to talk to you. So, you know, it's just a matter of the right person at the right time in the right mind frame. But Lori is definitely far better at it than me. Jennifer Bond is also really good at it.
Well, you know what it is that a lot of these companies tell their people that Park Lane is the devil. So when anybody that, you know, just reaches out to them like that, which is what I kind of did, they're going to lash at you and tell you everything you don't want to hear.
I know.
Because
and you know what? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I said, because I even got it, and I'm sure you did also, Michelle, just leaving your place into Park Lane, you must have gotten a lot of backlash messages on Messenger and all this craziness that went on. So then, you know, you hear your company close down and then you're trying to reach out to people. They're like, you're a vulture, you know, the same thing as Jen, and they forget it.
Yeah.
And then they end up going and coming to Park Lane anyways with another big leader. So, yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and we see this happen time and time again. The reason why other companies bash Park Lane is because it's really the only way that they can make their people not look at us, because they know that our programs are better. Many of us came from another company first, and any of us who did, I mean, you can't compare programs. I made half of what I made at Pampered Chef here. I had to promote 3 times to get the commission that a fashion director makes. So 30% was the highest you could ever get, and that's what we start at here. To earn 15% on a personal recruit, I made 3% on a personal recruit. So I earned, in 5 recruits, it would have taken me to earn what I earn here on 1 recruit. So, and I had to, and this is just my former company. Everybody else will have another story too, but I also could only earn up to this part of the group, not all down here unless I was a certain level. And even when I was that level, I still only earned to here. There was a finite distance that you could earn. So even my national executive director did not earn on my whole team because I was 3 down from her, and that's the lowest it allowed. Whereas we all know we earn on every single person. Mary Grace earns on every single person in the organization. So other companies know this stuff. So of course, what do? They say that we steal people, we make people change, and Meanwhile, I'm sorry, is this the Soviet Union? Like, when did we become unable to read materials, make decisions, do what we want to do? It's a free country, and you can. I had heard all the bad things about Park Lane, before I came here. And when Kathy called, I was super skeptical as well. But then, you know, she said enough times that it finally got through my head. It's just information. Coming for an interview doesn't mean you're quitting. We don't even know if you're right for us. And then, of course, I was like, what do you mean? Of course I'm right for you. I'm awesome. What are you talking about? But that definitely made me say, you know what, she's right though. Just because I go on an interview doesn't mean I'm quitting. It means I can go hear the information. And once I heard the information, I kind of felt like, how do you not come once you know? Right? I know a lot of us have been through this where it's like, once you hear the information, you would almost feel stupid not coming. And I remember saying that to my husband, like, I'm going to lose my friends or whatever. Can you imagine your husband coming home and being like, I could make 3 times as much money, but I don't want to miss my friends? You'd be like, oh my God, where are your, you know what? Make new friends and we'll go make 3 times more money. So as soon as I said it out loud to anyone who was not a woman, made me feel so stupid about like even considering not coming. And not that it was only about money, but if I'm going to recruit people, don't you want to recruit people into the best programs too? Like, I felt like once I knew that, I couldn't even continue to recruit at my old company, knowing that there was something better out there. So that Belinda is 100% right, that's why some people won't even listen, because they've already been gotten to, and they don't have as big enough of a mind as those of us that have done this already have.
Well, our biggest thing was the Direct Selling Association. They don't belong to it. They're, the bad mouthing on that. And like you said, Michelle, like, if I didn't have my husband listening on the other side, to the, I guess what you earn and what you get, because I didn't even want to hear it. My eyes were closed and my ears were closed. And my husband said, are you crazy? You could be on stage. You can earn the car so much quicker. I was trying to earn the Mercedes in 8 years and I wasn't earning it at all. So
That sounds familiar, Belinda.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So I came into this company and in 5 months I earned a Mercedes. It was like, wait a minute, what happened here? It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because, and like Michelle says, like there is in many different companies is according to the status of your group and where they stand. And if one of them drops, you're not getting anything. If one doesn't stay at that title, forget it. And if you don't bring the sales, you're not staying at that title or the recruiting. They drop you in a minute. So here, once you reach that title, you're not going anywhere, which is like, what? And it doesn't matter what, your team, if they drop, the sales is the only thing that matters. And, and of course, some of the recruiting, which is not as crazy. So listen, we got to recruit people from other places. So that's why I'm on it right now.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Goodbye. I'm going to close my camera and my thing because I got to get out of here.
All right, good. Well, hopefully we can help some of these people out. It is a terrible thing to have that. One of the biggest reasons I went on the interview as well was because I had been invited to an interview. I declined it. And then like 2 weeks later, the CEO was fired. So now when she called again, which of course I'm sure she did that because she was like, well, now the CEO got fired, I'm going to call back all those people. At that point, I was like, well, I better go on this interview because what if they close it next? I don't know what Warren Buffett was going to do. If they fired the CEO, who knew if the next thing was that they were going to close it? And now I have no job. So I better go see what else is out there. As it turns out, they are still open, but who knows for how long? So anyone else have any thoughts or questions on anything we talked about today? Or anything you wanted to talk about today?
Just really quickly, when it comes to the kit that everybody has been charged for already.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as if they bought the kit themselves. So if they don't put any sales right now, their time doesn't count. That's correct. Until they put the first sales, then the 30-day start, the 5-week start.
No, no, it's still the 5 weeks. You know what, Belinda? That's a good question, actually, before I answer that.
I actually think that, no, I actually think that that's how it is. Like, is it like as if, because I was questioning it and that's kind of like what they told me. So, I mean, you can check, Michelle, just to make sure.
I will.
But yeah, so it doesn't count until the first sales go in. That's when the 30 days start.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, then I will confirm that so that we know for sure. And then we'll know. But like I was saying, for anybody who came on late, the 5-week thing, whether it's the date from when they bought the kit or whether it's the date from when they put their sales in now, you know, you can still have them count for everything for you now. So, and they still should want to recoup their $229, just like every other recruit. So don't give up on people that didn't qualify. All right, let me pick the winner, the leader winner, and then I'm going to put up a post that I'm going to do the week 1 raffles at like 1:15 Eastern, because I have all the tickets ready. I have the mascara tickets, I have the week 1 tickets, which and have the normal week 1 tickets, which will be a regular prize and an impression bracelet prize. Okay, but this week's leader retreat winner is. If it's somebody who's never won before, you'll win level 1. If it's somebody who's already won a level 1, you will also add on level 2. All right, the winner is Anita Trailer. Congratulations, Anita. So I think Anita is a first-time winner as well. We sure have a lot of leaders. Sheila, Beth, Nicole, Jennifer, Tiffany, Teresa, Phyllis, and Belinda. Yeah, first time winner for Anita. So awesome. Congratulations. And I'm going to go ahead and post about the regular raffles for week 1. So I'm doing 3 raffles in a little bit. So thank you again, everybody. And I will talk to you soon. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Bye.